Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician: The Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 9 of our Confederate Spring 1861 campaign. We finally made it through the month of November and have hit December 1st. After fighting a battle here, another battle at Winchester, where Lee had to rush up to aid Jackson because they had those 4 armies descending on him. And while I was repositioning Lee's army back down towards Manassas, Department of Pennsylvania came in from somewhere over here, maybe landing at I saw him up here moving, and then all of a sudden he was over here. So they moved around really fast, probably through Fredericksburg down to here, so I don't know what they're thinking with that. But we still have the siege going on down in Florida. Hopefully that'll end soon. And I finally did pick up Corps Organization off camera. So that is now done. And thankfully I saved and exited right after that, because almost about 30 or 40 seconds after I saved the game and shut it down, the power in my neighborhood went out. So I would have lost the... would have had to replay about an hour's worth of the game to get the off-map stuff redone. So there's that. So I have upgraded the Army Potomac to 2-corps army. So it's the Corps of the Potomac under the command of Magruder. So I raised him up from the Division Command, and I still have Johnston, or Albert Sidney Johnston, in charge of the Corps of Carolinas. I created the Army of Northern Virginia. So you have the ability to upgrade a corps with this button here to an army command. But when I did that in my last playthrough, the unit itself, the corps, had perks, and when I upgraded it to an army, those perks went to the army command instead of staying with the corps. So I had an army command with perks I didn't want it to have. Like the army command doesn't need the ambulance corps or the flying column or anything like that. I wanted to have the newspapers, the field telegraph, the balloon corps. So it ended up with like corps level perks, and I didn't need it to have that, and those perks were gone from that corps. So I created a separate army command, and it placed it down here in Lynchburg. Problem is, Pennsylvania already popped up over here, so the command didn't form up here with the army. It formed down here, so now I got to sneak him up here, and then I'll run Corps of Carolinas down to engage the Department of Pennsylvania. This is a 14,000 man army with 10 guns, and this is it's a 16,500 man army, no guns, but I could just overwhelm these guys with sheer numbers. Plus I'll be in support range of the Corps of Potomac. I've left the Army of Shenandoah separate for now. Once I take down the Department of Pennsylvania, I'll figure out if I want to keep Army Shenandoah as a separate army, excuse me, or corps them into Army of Northwest Virginia or Northern Virginia. So Army of Northwest Virginia is now a full army. It's only one corps still, but I have placed Longstreet in charge of that corps, with Joseph Johnston still as the army commander. And same thing down here with the Army of Tennessee. I raised Zollicoffer, as much as I do not like the man, to the army command, and Kirby Smith is now the corps commander. And same with the Western Army. McCullough's still in charge. Oh, I didn't raise could have sworn I made him a separate army. I did not. He's an army command. Okay, he's an army command, but I didn't give him a corps yet under him, so I gotta figure out who I want to put there. That's something I'll do off camera. Looks like it'll probably be Sterling Price from his division commanders. I always promote from within, generally, to keep those officers moving up in ranks, even though there's some... I know there are better officers I have not used yet. Like I'd place See if I can bring up my officers here. I would use Early or Yule, but they're both still wounded. Van Dorn is wounded, but he's no longer any good to me, basically. Walker's wounded. Stewart's still wounded and defamed. These guys have just been... These guys are out. They're out for the, basically out for the war at this point. So I am going to be raising more units. I just do not have the manpower. It's like I want to keep this Army Shenandoah as a separate army. I want to add another corps to the Army Northwest because I want to push them up here, but I got 3 armies out here that I have to contend with. I want to add another corps to the Army Tennessee so I can do a 2-front advance up into Kentucky. You know, it's like you need more than what you really have. You got to figure out where you're going to place everybody. So, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So right now, I'm just trying to sneak Lee. He's getting halt orders. He's just moving to here, and I'm going to try and put him up the road here to get him within command range of these units without being engaged by the Department of Pennsylvania. So, and oh yes, so we do have the monthly reports that come in because it is December 1st, and I paused the game at this point. So current rating is still AAA. Our liabilities have not changed. Our wealth is mediocre and increasing. So our tax revenues increased by 27 million. We didn't build anything. Export last month was 478 million with an income of 774 million. Now corporate production went down. I'm not exactly sure why. With the intelligence. So Union has completed administration reform, 2 levels of administration reform, unless that's a typo showing up twice, and a railroad construction. Relations with Spain are 0. Recruited 9,000 men to 12 brigades. That sounds like a lot of artillery and cavalry. Still building ships. The morale's now up to 86%. And I took out 3 more of their officers. I really do have to... I keep telling myself I have to do this. I still haven't done it. Find out if these guys are dead or wounded. So, Colonel Harvey Brown... Ooh, took out Sherman. Nice. And Colonel Logan. So, let's take a look at strategy real fast here. Their national morale is down to 90. National support's still sitting about the same. Our morale's just slightly higher for the armies. They now have 211,000 to the field to my 122,000. Navy tonnage, I'm just never going to catch up, I don't think, unless I start building ironclads, but I have no plans for that as of yet, though I may. Military-wise, still waiting on the weapons. I have most of my artillery, except for like the western side of the theater is now upgraded to 2 batteries of 14-pounders and 2 batteries of Napoleons. That's definitely going to change as I get better weapons in. Like I skipped past doing quite a few. When the hell did I get all these in the harbor? I'm going to look at the Navy. I skipped past doing a few subsidies to go get the Corps Command, so I should very quickly get military subsidies back up because it's $25 million a year going into it. I should quickly get back up to the better artillery pieces and the reforms that I want. Policy-wise, still working on funding. That'll be done in 3 days. And then I'm going to go straight to the Tariff Act. Projects-wise, we have Cotton is King and Plantation Mechanization. This will just boost our production in cotton. I don't believe we need it, so I'm saving that up for farm mechanization. This way I can get more volunteers drawn into my army. Alright, that should cover everything for right now. And I should be hitting the Department of Pennsylvania probably on December 2nd or 3rd, depending on how long it takes Lee to come back up and ring-link with his army. So, I will be back. Alrighty, It looks like I have that same glitch that kind of caused me to shut down my Union campaign happening again. My army commander just transported across the goddamn map from Lynchburg up to Manassas Junction. Which I don't understand why. My game files are verified. There should be nothing of like this happening. So, looks like we got 2 fights coming up. Now I've come back in. Department of Pennsylvania has just started moving north towards, what's the name of this bridge? Rapidan Bridge. And the Army of Ohio has crossed the river and is moving on Winchester. Looks like 38th hasn't moved, thankfully. So I'm going to have 2 battles in quick succession, it looks like. I haven't even gotten past December 1st yet. So, I'll be back when something else happens. Alrighty, looks like the Army of Ohio has made contact with the Army of Shenandoah before Department of Pennsylvania did come up. This Army Command just like flitting around the map is starting to really annoy me. It's so immersion breaking. I'm going to have to live with it. I'm not canceling the campaign because of that. Too far along. So Army of Ohio under command of John Dix, with 15,640 men against my Army of Shenandoah with 24,700 men and 22 guns. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm definitely going to do episodes since I'm going to have the 2 battles back to back. Unless this is a really fast battle, I'm going to break this in half. This will be the 6th battle of Winchester. It's a meeting engagement, which I don't understand why. It should be a defensive engagement. But the defense point is inside my deployment zone, so that's not a big deal. Where's the Union Army coming in from? There we go. Coming in from the Northwest Turnpike to Romney. So, I'm just going to make this nice and easy on myself, since you could take this route, or this route. I'm just going to set division here, and a division here along those 3 roads. Put the cavalry back here to capture the Seaford Farm. And I just put the artillery on this hill here to have a nice cover on all that open ground. Yeah, this one's a little more straightforward than last time, since and everybody should now have rifles, I believe. Or at least reboards. Nope, still have Springfield muskets. And one brigade still has Springfield muskets. Wickham, come back here and capture Seaford. Hampton, you're going to sit here. And all those guys have perks? Yes. Buckner, you're going to sit here. And Withers, I'm going to place you here. Now, lest I forget. Infantry long range. Take off initiative. looking really good. All the hills are about equal height to each other. Rock Bridge. Let's put you guys there. So 2 batteries with each of these divisions. This is all forested, so I'm not placing anything there. And let's see, I can build some power pits here. I just built those in the wrong. Yeah, I just built those in the wrong damn direction. Oh well. Do I have enough for parapets for these guys? No, I do not. These guys are just sort of perking up, so I'm gonna have all these guys just build their own works. And the good thing about this position is everybody's basically within supporting range of each other. Can't believe we don't have these guys perked up yet. Put the engineers back here too, capture that a little faster. I'll probably shift them up here to just keep a watch on the Greenwood Mill, because they might come up that road too. So I should be able to see them by that point. So we'll get this kicked off, and I'll be back once we have some contact. Alright, so the enemy didn't even offer battle. So as soon as I came on the map, they started retreating. So let's just get out of this. That is just annoying. Department of Pennsylvania does the same thing. I'm just going to chase them down with the Corps of Carolina. They retreated out of that fight without doing anything. There should have been some type of drop +6 when Chester did not happen. There's no victory there, they just withdrew. Alrighty, hopefully the Department of Pennsylvania doesn't do the same thing, but we'll be back. Alright everybody, we're back. I did dispatch the Corps of Carolina straight down the railroad, the Rapidan Bridge, to meet the Department of Pennsylvania now. This kind of worries me a little bit. Like, you see this battle monument popped up here, and we haven't fought a battle there before. So I'm thinking the AI is going to retreat before the fight even starts. And if that's the case, I'm going to chase the Department of Pennsylvania with this corps until it disintegrates, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But I'm just going to set these 2 divisions up into attack formation, and we are going to go hunt down this army. If they stay on the field. General Fremont. I have a feeling he's going to pull out. Yeah, immediate engagement, but defense zone is in my deployment area. Lee's on the field over here. That doesn't mean anything to me. Alright, but you can take a couple different routes here. Basically, this road and this road. Unless it comes all the way down here to take this road. Single line, long range. I actually put these guys in double line. I think the AI is going to retreat out as soon as it starts. Maybe? Maybe not. Nah, looks like he's going to fight. Alright. Change plans. Start digging, boys. Let's see what he does. Dust trails. Where's he pulling off again? You got dust trails. They're all right here. Yep, looks like he's coming down Orange Turnpike. He's coming through Chancellorsville and up this way. Yep. Alright, I'm going to pause this here. And I'll be back. Alrighty, we have advanced to day 2 of the battle. My last dust trail sightings, still kind of floating there, over here at the Chancellorsville house, and it looks like they are coming up this road here, Eli's Ford Road. And I do have a string of skirmishers set out for my 6 brigades. So I'm going to leave these guys in their defensive positions because they do have mixed muskets, and I just don't want to throw them into a fight, especially if these guys have like even if they have only Springfield muskets, it'd be a sharp fight with those brigades. So Magruder's corps has come onto the field, and I'm just going to start marching them down towards the Chancellorsville house. You know, get them here, position them, and either bring them up the U.S. Ford Road, Middle Spring Road, or down along this road here to the Chancellorsville house. I might do all 3 just because I have 3 divisions available. I'm going to leave the artillery, the cav, and the engineers back here because I'm not going to need them for this fight. So we'll get this started, and I'll be back when we have some contact. Since we're here and we have the opportunity, Bramborough had the same thing. I was talking with Bramborough, one of his videos, where, and I had the same thing happen to me, where the pontoon bridges were built overnight, but I hadn't ordered it done, he hadn't ordered it done, and I was under the assumption that you can only build pontoons with engineers. So I have engineers. I'm going to send them forward. See, you're able to click on it, and you get that bridge icon. If you saw it, it's telling them to build it. Now, he was thinking that you can only build them during deployment phase, and as far as I know, you couldn't build them during deployment phase. You needed an engineer unit to build them. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, the engineer unit's going forward to building. You need that engineer perk to build those bridges. Doesn't do me much good right now, considering that the river's frozen, so these guys can just cross wherever the hell they want. But I'm bringing them down the road and crossing at the ford point anyway. It's just, I can cross them up here. It's not as steep there. But we'll just stick with the roads. Yeah, I'll be back. Just had to pop back in here real fast. Show my busy little bee engineers building that bridge. Slowly working its way across that frozen river. Just slowly popping its way across. Nice little touch. The devs could have set it up where they just sat there for like 20-30 minutes and then have the bridge pop out of nowhere, but it actually shows them constructing, which is pretty cool. Trying to get these divisions moving down the road without bottlenecking each other. Pain in the ass. Close my eyes up. There's their cavalry. So there's their scouting cavalry. I don't know if they spotted my skirmishers yet, but I do have sight on them. And their main force is now coming up the road from the Chancellorsville Manor. There'll still be a few minutes before anything happens, so I will be back. Alrighty, so the cavalry did spot my skirmishers, so and they stopped in place. So I have now set my skirmishers forward to engage that cavalry brigade. And I want to lock this army down in place long enough for this division to come up on their flank. So it's taking them a while to get across here because that's a bit of a steep hill they got to come up, and they're fragmented now from that crossing. So as soon as these two brigades are up here, start marching the next division across. And I sent my third division over here just to see what it's like crossing on the pontoon bridges. The cavalry brigade over there. Small brigades of cavalry in this army. This guy's double climbing down the road. Chance to hit a couple of sides. Fragmented anymore. Let's start bringing them down the road there. You guys across. Now I turned down, did have a comment to say I'd voice to get drowned out. I turned down the volume a little more, but it does still seem a little loud to me. Let's turn that down a little bit more. under half. Let's try that out. That's breaking already. Damn it. And their corps commander's always back here. I gotta bring him up. Get up here. These guys have mixed muskets, so they just can't hold out very long. I got the engineers just building all the bridges, because why not? Get your orders yet? Still waiting for them. Nope, there they go. I mean, that works out for me. I mean, if they're on, it looks like, because they don't have a big army, it looks like it's all fronted right here, and they're going to come up on their ass. And take this brigade down before it gets in the fight. Anything else back here? Don't look like it. Except for one detect. Oh, there's Rains. No big deal. The skirmishers are getting better than they're getting, so I got no problem with that. Yes, of course, those pontoon bridges, see if it affects anything. Then again, the river's frozen, so I may just ignore the bridges. These three are getting good. Now, when the skirmishers start doing their own thing and running around like that, that's when they get messed up. Three of those skirmish units from that division's been pushed in. Yeah, he doesn't have skirmishers out right now. There's a little more spread out than I would like. You push in over there. The army's focusing on my skirmishers right now, which is good. That's just keeping them in position. Damn streams mess you up so much, even if there's roads crossing them. It's not even funny. And they are using the bridges. Nice. probably be across before these guys are because they got to come down this long-ass cliff right here and climb up this one. Fragment the hell out of them. Now, let's double time this division. Let's get them in there before that, before they push off my skirmishers completely. If I can get them while they're locked in, I'll take it. There goes another one. Double time down. Put about 200 casualties on the Negley, so yeah, my skirmishers are breaking after about 30 some odd losses. I'm not sure if it helps or not, but I think double time these guys does raise their training levels a little bit. And that division's across the river already. Have them come down the road to there. Take a minute for those orders to get to them. Corps command is over here now. How do you boys feel with Confederates in your flank? We're at 197 to 400, so skirmishers gave better than they got. About 2 to 1 there. Alright, Ruggles, advance on that brigade. Gonna do something here, probably shouldn't, but I want to try it out because I've never done before. Put him into AI mode of attack and see what happens. I've never used AI before. They're about to break. Is he gonna do anything? Don't know. I was getting orders from Lee. Division's up now. Putting them forward. And they're just about to get their orders. Think they're facing a little bit. Yeah, buddy. doesn't look like he's going to do anything with those orders. Alright. You guys are just marching into him. I don't know what the hell they're doing. What are you doing? Get moving. You're stuck in that little blob that sometimes happens. Receive more orders. I don't know what they're doing now. That brigade won't hold long. You boys, go get that artillery. They finally have their orders to move. So they're moving. So I did leave with the 3rd Division since they had the least amount of experience, so I got them in the fight. Time you boys down here, not too big of a distance. I'm up on this right hand side, so I'm going around my flank. That off. They're not pushing forward to hell. There we go. Get in that fight. Boys got those fables using. There you go. Ram! Let's get you in a fight. Take out this battery, take out that battery. There should be going now. There's one brigade. All those brigades are in their range, so. Artillery was still holding now. How they lose sight of the artillery? It's snowing, it's 12 degrees. Oh god, I hate my commander to make me fight in this. These guys are low on ammo already. And these guys are stuck in that damn blob formation. That artillery, fronting, take out that cavalry. AI's not pulling out already. They're totally, basically surrounded. Guys are blobbing out the way they are, just slowing them down. I think the AI does it on purpose sometimes because you have too much of an advantage. Looks like these guys are mounted to pull out. Yeah, you don't like that there's another fucking division here, do you? Look at him run. I think the AI was trying to pull out up this road and my guys showed up. In real life, this army would be surrendering. completely. They're surrounded. They got nowhere to go. Falling out of range, huh? Yeah, he's leaving. I'm about to run into some more troops. This went nicely. Advance orders, just engage that brigade. These guys are getting in the fight. When you're shooting this brigade when you show up. Cutshaw's got this one. There they go. Keep on these boys. Artillery. Graham, stay on them. Like even in camp, they're not getting like the level of training that they used to get. So they really brought down how much training these units receive in combat and outside of combat. So I'm definitely going to have to take another level of that training manuals perk. Go shoot that artillery. I want to take it away from them. I think this cavalry keeps stopping in their tracks. Just go hit them in the hand. Let's see if we can capture them. There you go. Oh, they start shooting right as they break. And they're gonna be stuck there. They're shooting that brigade. I was charging to that one. I don't know if I've taken down any more of their officers. I don't think so. I didn't really see any command sections in the firing line. They'll have them there. Yep, finally going through them. Doesn't look like he had any more casualties to them. Already, come on. That brigade broke. Yeah, too bad they didn't surrender. I am starting to think I need to build a prison camp. Because I don't want to waste the money on one. In real life, this army just would surrender. This is just AI doing AI things. Break this last brigade and speed this up. There they go. Alright. Probably the best casualties I've had so far. 857 to 3,000. I will take that. So I took down 2,400 of infantry, 450 cavalry. I guess there's a battery I didn't see. So I got 10 of their 15 guns. I will take that victory and run with it. Almost took them down by a full % on the national morale. It's not bad. It's one less nuisance army to deal with. Hopefully they fully retreat out. Let's see here. Reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,974. There are 347 killed and 490 captured. I was weak and nervous. I took 857 men casualties, 117 killed, 137 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 1,400 rifles from the battlefield and 5 guns. And we patrolled 399 of the men. Alright. Let's advance this forward a bit and see. They should retreat out of Virginia, I'm hoping. Nice to go full month without combat. Let these guys sit in quarters and just rest up for the winter. There they go. Everything else is back under my control. Where are they running to? Alright. You guys head down there and see if you can't find them. Ooh, got a perk up now. Ambulance Corps. Go find those boys. Alright, I believe we are going to end this one here. Nice little victory for the day. Small army, but Army of Ohio buggered off. I don't want to send Jackson up to chase him while this is building. I want to wait for that to finish building. So, yeah, we will leave that here. Take a look at National Morale real fast. Yep, we've dropped their morale down to 92. So, Slider's still in their favor, but not by much. And that went from 222,000 in the field to 211,000. Alright. So, if you're a returning viewer and you have not yet subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button. Maybe even that like button. If you're coming back, I'm doing something right. If you're watching this and you'd like to have a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know. I will happily oblige you. I got plenty of units that need some flavor added to them. Just let me know what officer, what uniforms, weapons. Weapons I'm not going to guarantee because everybody's getting Confederate weapons at one point or another. Slowly but surely they're coming in. And you all have a good one, and I will see you all on Monday.